Okay, today we're in a new Lincoln Navigator. We'll be illustrating how to attach ProClip item number 855152, found at ProClipUSA.com. A couple things we want to mention before we get started. Read over the instructions, look over the photos, try to become familiar with the process before you get started. Next is always attach the ProClip onto the vehicle prior to attaching anything onto the faceplate of the mount. With that said, we'll get started. This ProClip comes with two gap openers. This ProClip is also a two-part mount. We'll be illustrating how to attach both parts, but at first we'll start with part one. Part one will look like this, and you'll see on the front side or forward-facing side of part one will be a half arrow notched edge. You'll take the two included gap openers and insert them in the first one just above the silver trim. There's a little trim piece here on the center console area. There's a harder area around the frame of the navigation screen, and then there's a softer portion of the dash. Slide the gap openers in between the seam that separates the two panels. The first gap opener should be just above the chrome piece that you see here, and the second gap opener will be about 2.5 to 3 inches above it. All right, next is this edge here. It's a sharp or half of an arrow shaped edge will slide into that seam. You may want to start at a lower corner or upper corner. We'll start with a lower corner here. It's a very tight seam, so we'll slide it into place, and you'll listen to it to click into place. There you go. May not have a pronounced click, but it is in place, and then you can remove the two gap openers. Yes. All right, the second gap opener, you'll slide into a seam between the airbag panel and the softer part of the dash next to it. Slide it in there. On the ProClip, the part two of the ProClip, there's an L-shaped angled edge. That edge will slide into and hook around underneath that airbag panel. We'll get started here. We'll slide it into the seam. It's a very tight seam, and you push it back into that seam. As you're rotating the ProClip to the left, make sure that the L-shaped angled edge hooks in behind that airbag panel, just like that. And you pull out the gap opener. All right. Next is you'll see there are two holes in the part one and two holes in part two. You'll line up those two holes and use the included screws to attach the two parts together. All right. Once you've fastened down these two screws securely, you'll have a nice solid mounting platform to attach a ProClip device holder onto. We hope this illustration helps. Have a great day.